Hey guys, it's Tanaya. Welcome to my channel. I am going to talk to you guys about my journey as a lash tech. Some of you guys might have watched my story about being a lash tech in a salon and why I quit my previous 9-to-5 job and then I went lashing full time. But now I am back in the corporate life and I'm lashing part-time on the side for myself. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how I made over $10,000 lashing part-time in less than a year. So stay tuned. So a little bit more about me. I basically worked in healthcare straight out of college and really like healthcare, but I started to sell strip lashes and I started the company NIRVANA Beauty. Still exists today, so if you want to go check us out, check down in the description box and you can check out my site. So I started to sell strip lashes and then I moved into selling matte liquid lipsticks, and then I saw lash extensions on Instagram in 2019, like summer 2019 or spring, and I was like, like that looks pretty interesting. And I've always been like a DIY, I've always been creative, I've always liked to learn how to do different things and like do things with my hands and like create things. So it just really seemed interesting to me, and I always like hair and beauty. So I was looking at it, I was looking at a couple of girls that were doing classes, and I decided to finally, after like a month or two of like thinking about it, looking at it on Instagram, like doing research, looking at YouTube videos and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna go for it. So I went to a whole nother state, the next state over, and I took a lash class and I learned classic lashes. So that was like a full 8-hour class, and then I got to work on a model, and it was a one-on-one, so it was just me and the instructor, which was great. So I really got that like one-on-one attention. I got all my questions answered, and you know, I just felt like she made sure that before I left, like I knew how to get a lash on. Like, you know, it wasn't easy when I first learned. I could not pick up an extension and put it on the mannequin's lash for nothing. It took me forever, and then I did my model. So I have my first picture, I may insert it. I did my model and it looks like a half set. Now that I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's so crazy like how far you continue to grow, like when you keep doing something and practicing and practicing and practicing, how good you start to get. So after I got certified last June in 2019, the first thing that I did was I put on my Instagram, my personal Instagram, looking for lash models. Like I just posted that I needed lash models, and I worked on about 10 models before I started to charge anybody. Now I didn't charge them for it. Most of the people that came were girls I went to high school with, or one girl I went to college with, and then, you know, they would tell a friend and then they would come, like, you know. So or one of my friends had a friend and they wanted to come be a model and get their lashes done. My sets, if I had to judge those sets, they were trash. You know, my sets now are like bomb, but those sets were trash where I was just learning. And I practice on my mannequin, but I mainly practice on live models. So if you are just starting out, practice on as many live models as you can as soon as you get certified, because it's very different when you're using like the mannequin head versus an actual person. Even the placement of the under eye pads, the placement of the tape, you don't get that practice on the mannequin head, and everybody's eye shape and face shape is different, so you really even need a real person for that, just to practice the tape down of the bottom lashes and then the under eye pads. Also, the lashes on a mannequin head, those practice lashes, look nothing like a real person's lashes. Some people double them, the practice lashes, because it looks a little more realistic, but you really need to practice on real people's lashes, because some people's lashes are curly, some people's lashes are straight, some people's lashes go like down. So you really need to practice that and just get comfortable with your positioning of your body and all that stuff. But I had practiced on about 10 people right after I got certified. Like I just got moving, I just kept posting any models, and people DM'd me and they were willing to do it. And most of them, you know, they just gave me a tip, and I was okay with that because I wasn't looking to make money at that time. I was just looking to learn how to do the craft. After that, I had went into the permanent makeup industry. I was interested in doing microblading as well. So I went to a school and I started a permanent makeup class, and they were looking for a lash tech, so I started to work there. I didn't end up staying there that long. So that whole permanent makeup thing, that's a whole separate video. I ended up finishing that whole process. It's a whole process, but now I need to take additional, like I need to take one more class to feel like, you know, I got the craft down, but that's something separate. I didn't end up working in that salon really long at all. I probably worked on like 2 or 3 clients. They didn't have like a whole bunch of clientele for lashes in there at that time. And I had no clientele. I'm brand new to it. So I didn't end up working at that salon. I needed to pay my bills, so I went back to corporate. Like I started applying for a regular healthcare corporate 9-to-5 job, and then I went back to corporate. But in that middle time where I was looking for a job, I started to post myself like, hey, I'm a lash tech, here's my prices for classic, hybrid, volume, because I ended up learning volume and taking a volume class while I was at that salon. So I got certified in volume and bottom lashes as well, lash lifts. So once I left, I just started to take my own clients on my own. So in November of last year, that's when I started lashing on my own. And the main way that I got clients was Instagram. I still don't get a whole bunch of referrals off Instagram. The real plug is Facebook, but I'll do a whole separate video on like marketing and how to get clients and everything, but I'll just give you that tidbit now. Get on Facebook. So I started to get people like messaging me or whatever, wanting, you know, lashes, wanting to know my prices and all of that stuff. And then I slowly started to get clients in November, and then December came, slowly started to get a little more, and the holidays were coming up, so people wanted to get their lashes done, and more people were starting to come to me little by little. And then like by like March, I had already hit like 5K on the side, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think it was end of February actually, it wasn't even March. I had 5K, and I was like, oh my goodness, so this is crazy. So I had started my corporate 9-to-5 job in mid-December. It was like a week before Christmas, but I was still lashing. So what I did was, you know, my day job is 8:30 to 5, and then I would take a client. If it was Monday through Friday, I would take a client at 6 p.m. and it takes me about an hour and a half to do a classic set. Like I block out 2 hours, but I tend to I'm pretty much like an hour and a half. Yes, the more you do it, the faster you get, but I'm pretty much like an hour and a half. If it's like a volume set, it's like 2 hours. So yeah, I would take a client after my 9-to-5 job, and I was doing that since December till this day, girls. Till this day, I'm still working a full-time job. And then on the weekends when I was off, I would have a 10 a.m., a 12, a 2, and a 4. And I would just, you know, try to get people to get those slots. So the more people that started coming to me, they would tell a friend, and then tell another friend, and then tell another friend. I literally had this one client. I still have her. She's going to go off to college soon. This one client, I had about 4 girls, 4 of her friends come to me because of one client. So my biggest tip also is when you're doing your work, make sure it's your best work, because that client is your billboard. That client is the way that you market and advertise yourself. There has been times when a client brings me several clients, like that one client I was just telling you guys about brought me 4 clients who now come for fills, and then another fill and another fill, and I haven't had to do a thing. So you really have to make sure that the sets that you're putting out, like, you're proud of them, you know, and just continue to practice and get better, because if those clients are coming back to you, like now they're coming to you for fills regularly, their friends are going to say, where do you get your lashes done? I like your lashes. And then they may want to try it out, you know, or they may want to try, you know, you out if maybe they got it done somewhere else. So that's basically like how I built a portion of my clientele. That didn't start to happen for me until like a couple months in. I thought it was going to happen way sooner, but I didn't really see that till a couple months in. So basically I was lashing after my 9-to-5 job, and just kind of like always being available. And the other thing that helps bring clients back in is you have to message them and remind them to book their fills, or make sure that you are booking their fills when they're coming in for their appointment, so that they have a date set, so they know that they're coming back. So what I do is, like, let's say I don't pre-book you for your next appointment, I'm gonna message you like a week later and say, hey, I hope you like your lashes, don't forget to book your fill, you know, whatever. And then they're like, oh yeah, I want to come on this day. So make sure you're reaching back out to your clients that you do get, and make sure you're reminding them to book their fill, or you're doing that while they're on your lash trip, while they're with you getting their lashes done, so that you can keep them kind of on a routine, so that they continue to come back. Another thing that I did for a short period of time was I let my clients know, hey, I'm gonna give you X amount of money off of your next appointment if you refer a friend. So definitely get a referral type of program, or give them some type of incentive to tell their friends to try you out, you know, and come and get lashes. And I have had one client brought 2 other girls to me, 2 of her other friends, because she knew about the referral. So that definitely helped me get more clients. The other thing that you want to do is, when you do get your clients to come in, make sure that your area is clean. You know, make sure your area smells good. Make sure that it's just good vibes. Make sure your chair is comfortable. You know, you have a neck pillow. I just got a leg rest and a new neck pillow. So I'm kind of trying to upgrade my bed a little bit. And make sure you have like good music. I have an Alexa, so I have like a pop station playing, or like cool, like chill instrumentals playing. Just make sure like it's a good vibe, and that you come off as professional as possible. And another big tip is, make sure that you explain aftercare to your clients. I had made off Vistaprint an aftercare card. The light is kind of giving like a little flashback, but I have aftercare cards that I give to all of my first time clients. And then once you become a regular, I'll just remind you of the aftercare. But I give my clients an aftercare bag. I don't have one made right now, I gotta make more. But my aftercare bag for my first time clients come with the aftercare kit, a little lash brush spoolie. I mean, I used to put also a little small sample size cleanser in there, because I sell full size cleansers too, which a few of my clients have bought for me. So there's additional ways you can make money off of your clients by supplying them with the things that they need to care for their lashes. So that's a whole separate thing, okay? But the biggest tip that I can give you guys is, market yourself. Put pictures of your work up on Instagram, on Facebook, your friends. Tell your friends, you know, if you feel comfortable telling people that you work with. I do lashes for somebody that I work with now at my other job. If you feel comfortable doing that, do that. The last thing that I'm gonna start doing is wearing lash extensions more myself. It's so difficult. Like, I'm so busy, it's hard for me to just carve out time to go to somebody else to get mine done. But I'm curious to see how that's gonna even work for me, when people are gonna be looking at my lashes and like, ooh, where do you get them done? Girl, I can do them for you. So put yourself out there in whatever referral method or method that makes you get more clients work, whether it's you posting on Instagram and using a lot of hashtags on Instagram regarding lash extensions, and that gets people booming, or you use a paid ad through Instagram or a paid ad through Facebook and that gets you booming. Whatever really sticks, or maybe it's word of mouth through your friends, like you do a couple of your friends and then they tell other friends and then they start to come. Use whatever method sticks and keep at it. And once you get your clients in, let's say you get 6 clients that come, make sure you're reaching out to them so that they schedule their fills. Get them on that routine to have them come back. Add that customer service. 2-3 days later, hey, just wanted to check on you. How did your lashes go? Is everything okay? Start the conversation. Oh, okay. I have an opening in 2 weeks. I just wanted to put you in for your fill. I just wanted to make sure that I can get you into my I can fit you in, because slots are starting to fill up a little quicker. Even if slots aren't filling up quicker, say what you got to say to make them think, oh, okay, yeah, let me get my appointment in. For me now, my slots are starting to fill up quicker, but I'm trying to get my clients to basically pre-book. Everybody's booking last minute, and then it's like the week of and they're trying to come in tomorrow. So it's just like, no. But the biggest thing is market yourself, put yourself out there, make sure that your place is clean and nice and professional, because people remember that and then they'll feel comfortable coming to you. If you're not professional, people will get a bad experience and not come back. If your place is clean, you're professional, you're nice, you're friendly, and your work is bomb, that client's gonna come back, and they may refer a friend when the friend looks at their lashes and they're like, oh my gosh. Now you guys are probably wondering, how the heck did she make all this money during COVID-19? So I did have to close down during COVID-19, but once things were able to come back open, things just got so busy. I just think it was the fact that everybody was looking to get their nails done, looking to get their hair done, wanting their lashes back, and just wanting to feel good about themselves. Like I am like super busy, to the point where it's like, okay, I had to take a night off to kind of just give myself time to breathe. But I can make a whole separate video about that. And the other thing I want to say is, don't splurge on all of these supplies. Don't only get the things that you need, okay? It can get very tempting to get all these different lash glues, to get all these different brands of lash extensions, to get 1,000,001 tweezers, like, it can be a lot, you know, to get a whole bunch of different things, when really, girl, you need a lash bed. Make sure your lash bed is comfortable and clean. You need a light, okay? You need 2 pairs of tweezers, you need glue, and you need lash extensions, some tape, and some under eye pads. You probably need a sealant, and you probably need there's this thing that I use. And you probably need some glue aid, but I will go over products and everything that you guys need. But what I do is, and you need lash spoolies. There's a couple of things you need, but you don't need to go crazy. So I'll do a separate video on my Clash cart and my space and the products that I use and stuff like that. But what I mean is, don't go crazy. Don't go buying all of these little lash decor stuff and like where it's overly excessive. Make your space look nice, but don't go crazy over all this stuff. At least wait until you start to build your clients up, and then you say, okay, I'll splurge on this, okay, I'll get that. Like, I waited to get certain things for my bed, you know. So save your money and have good money management, which I'll talk about in a different video. But yeah, the key is to keep the clients that you do get, keep them coming back, and then put in a referral system. You know, give them some type of incentive to refer a friend, and then you'll start to see people come in. And just keep posting pictures of your work, and people will start to reach out to you. And the biggest surprise you may notice is that people that you don't know will come and book with you and pay your prices that you're asking for, versus the people that you do know. But I'm gonna make more videos about this whole lash tech world that I'm in now, and I hope you guys stick with me. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you have any additional questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.